Hey, here we go again with another daily update. And today I spent a morning presenting. It wasn't a presentation that I can use to chalk up against my goal for the year of presentations given, but it was still a really good experience. I've done this one before. Well, I didn't do it last year, but I've done it for the last 6 or 7 years, going into the local secondary school to present on their maths at work day. Unbelievably, still at school. My kids are as well. Tomorrow's the last day, so you can imagine what it was like. It was in a really hot classroom with a classroom full of uninterested kids. Potentially, though many of them did actually show some enthusiasm, so it wasn't too bad. But I had to present a 20-minute presentation to 6 different groups over the course of the morning on how I use maths in my everyday life. And I've done this before, as I said, a few times now. It's some very tenuous links to things like trigonometry and press ups, and how you can change the angle of the press ups, and how that affects the intensity of the exercise. Obviously, I don't actually use sines and cosines to work that out, but the theory is solid, especially if you go into kind of vectors and stuff and all that good stuff. Anyway, and I was talking about percentages, max heart rates, calculating pace minutes per mile when you know someone's race distance and the time they want to finish. And so I kind of went through some of these examples and I got them doing some practical bits as well. And one of the things I said at the beginning of the session, or one of the questions I asked was, I said, right, put your hand up if you love maths. And predictably, very few, if anybody, put their hands up. The teachers, fortunately, put their hands up, and actually a couple of the kids did as well. But one of the things that I kind of basically said, yes, I do love maths. I always have done. I did maths A level. I did an engineering degree. Maths has always been something that I've just enjoyed it. And as I was leaving at the end of the day, about lunchtime, I was thinking to myself, well, what was it about maths that really did appeal to me? And I guess I had a flair for it. I was reasonably good at it, and that's always something that makes you kind of, you enjoy things that you're good at naturally. And but it wasn't just that. What it was instead was that maths is black and white. It's right or wrong. And I used to love that about my exams. I could pretty much go through my exam papers after I finished answering all the questions and say, yeah, I know that's right, guaranteed 100% that's right. That might not be, and no, I'm pretty sure that isn't. So I could work it out because I knew that it's not about somebody saying, well, my opinion is different, therefore I'm not going to give you that mark. It wasn't about opinions. It's never been about opinions. It's about right and wrong. And what I love about maths, I think, is that if you follow a formula, then you'll always get the right answer. Now, that's very different to life in general, right? That's very different to anything else where it's all about opinions. It's all about emotion. It's all about, unspecified events and unpredictable occurrences. And you can't just follow a formula, or you can follow a formula, but still things will turn out or could turn out differently to how you anticipate. And I was kind of thinking that today in the context of a bit of a wrinkle in the in the way my Facebook group on the wagon runs. Last week, I did a video in the group on just trying to readjust things. I called it the reset, the on the wagon reset, and I wanted things to go back to the way they were, which is all kind of not just positive, superficial stuff, but if you've got a problem, if you've got a struggle, let's figure out a way forwards. Not fix it, but figure out a way to move forwards. And that was always the ethos of the groups. Like, I'm struggling with this. What should I do about it? Let's move forwards. Recently, I'd noticed that there had been a bit of an increase in the number of people posting, and it was a lot of people saying, oh, yeah, that sounds terrible. Kind of really nice support, but at the same time, not what the group is or ever was about. So the culture of the group was shifting, and I realized that as the leader, I needed to step in and refocus, redirect things, and change the culture back to what I wanted it to be. And that wasn't just about me saying this is how it should be. I realized that I didn't even want to go in the group very much because it wasn't. I was just scrolling through posts. Like, oh, was kind of feeling quite bad. Obviously, a lot of people are struggling. That's terrible, making me feel bad as well. And it's like, okay, well, I won't go in there. And I realized this is ridiculous. This is my group. Anyway, so I did that reset, and I knew that just as in maths, it's right or wrong, in real life, and in particular in a video like that, it's going to be all about opinions. And as much as I love the black and whiteness, the binary nature of mathematical equations, I do also love the unpredictability and uncertainty of real life as well. And in particular, kind of going through the last, well, not that I've loved it, the last few days, last week or so, but certainly just kind of seeing how the group has come together and things have changed in the group since that video. Some people have left the group. Some people have been quite openly angry towards me about the decision I made to kind of cut in and say, look, guys, we need to kind of shift things along a little bit. And some people have been very kind of supportive of me. So it's been interesting to see how different perspectives can arise from the same event. Anyway, kind of gone on a bit of a tangent there. I hadn't really planned on talking too much about that tonight, but it was the thing that's been on my mind over the last few days, and certainly it kind of, I think it links and relates to the maths presenting that I was doing this morning, which actually I was quite pleased with. The presentations, which I didn't spend masses of time kind of going over it and figuring out the presentations, but they work well. I've done them before over the last few years, so it wasn't new material. But when you're working with kids, especially kids who are, I mean, these were year 10s, I guess, so what's that, about 14 years old, second to last day of term, you can imagine the appetite they had for learning about maths on a day like that. But I felt that it went well, and that I managed to get some good engagement. And hopefully managed to pass over some enthusiasm that I have for things like maths to some of them as well. Anyway, there's my check-in for the day. It's been a really full-on day because I had that, took up the entire morning, and I've just been kind of fighting fires and appointments this afternoon as well. So it hasn't been a great day for other progress, but tomorrow's a little clearer. I'll get back on track then. Thanks for watching. I will be back again tomorrow with another update as usual. And like, share, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.